Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. Welcome to a new Steel Division 2 cast. We are still plugging away at Steel Division League, and today's game we have soloing Pixy up against Charles. So interesting that the last sort of two casts prior to this we did Charles versus Sean, and then we did soloing Pixy versus Sean, and now we've got soloing Pixy versus Charles. So right threesome going on in the Steel Division 2 casts by Angry Bird. So I'm trying to play around with the sound just to let you know. I've tried to up the background music and hopefully that's going to be a little bit better. Give me some feedback in the comments afterwards about sound. We'll see how the sound effects are as well. There is also something else to mention. Steel Division League, the group stages are coming to an end. In fact, they have already ended in real time. So I'm going to be I'll try and give more feedback a little later on, but I'm going to be moving past the group stage and obviously starting to cover the playoffs, but the playoffs haven't yet been played, so I'm trying to fill you in on all the details. We may get a short little video at some point just to explain what's going on, show you the tables, that kind of stuff. But the group stages have ended. We're still covering some games from the group stages. This is obviously one of them, but we will be progressing on to cover the playoffs in the future. Right, let's jump in. Soloing Pixy on the left hand side in blue, playing the 5th SS Viking. We're going to be quick on the decks because I know I've spent a little bit of time filling you in. No recon units whatsoever. Plenty of Panzergrens, balanced income for soloing Pixy, and lots of Panther Ds. 4 in B and 4 in C. I guess that's not lots. Some Panther Ds. 5th Panzer, they do get access to the Jagdpanzers as well. I'm surprised we aren't seeing as many Jagdpanzers, just 1 in A and 2 in B, but that Jagdpanzer in A is kind of the heaviest A phase unit for soloing Pixy. He does have the SDKFZ-71 in the AA tab, 2 flak 43-37mm. They are supposedly quite strong. It'd be interesting to see, but a lot of the some players really rate that as a very good AA unit, so we'll see how that goes. But only 4 AA pieces on the new patch, that could put him at trouble from the air. He's up against Charles. Charles is on the right hand side in red, playing the 44th Guards on balanced income, so no income differences between the two players. Both playing balance. Is purely going to be a duel of fates, a duel of micro and skill. No income to interrupt us this time. So we have snipers, 8 of them in B phase as well for Charles. They could come in rather handy. Tanko Disaniki in A phase, 6 of them, they're very strong. C phase, Charles has much more infantry, 27 Guardias, 18 Guardia DP. Soloing Pixy just have 1 card of C phase Panzergrens, so Charles has the more later game infantry numbers. It looks like he has more later game tanks, 12 T-34 85s. So Soloing Pixy only had 4 Panther A's, but you know, the Panther up against the T-34 85, the Panther will be favoured a little bit more. It's not to say the T-34 85 can't do a great job at taking it out, but you know, Charles has the tank advantage in numbers in that C phase, so yeah, it's going to be a nice duel to watch, see who wins that. Interesting, 2 double SG-43 cards in A, so 2 SG-43 cards, 12 in total. Be very interesting to see how they come down. SU-152s, I cannot remember if this is the SU that only gets HE. I don't think it is. I think this does have AP on it. It'll be interesting to look at that unit. We'll have to look at that when it comes out. I cannot see at the moment, 1 place down, so we'll have to look at that when it comes out and just check the unit stats, because I think there's an SU that has only HE, but I can't remember it. Double off maps, double C phase off maps, wow. 6 sea phase off maps for Charles. Man, I mean, this map is Krupp, and Krupp is well known for going long into the game because it's a river based map. There's only 3 bridges over the river. It gets very choke pointy, you know, it drags the game into sea phase, which is why both players are playing balanced. I imagine it's why Solo and Pixie's probably playing balanced, but Charles is definitely playing for the long game. 6 off maps, it's sea phase. Wow. Wow. 6 TU, 2 S's as well, and they can be pretty deadly. 6 of those in sea phase. So from the looks of it, Charles is desperately going to want to hang on for sea phase, and I think Pixie, if he can get ahead early, he may well be able to push to a point where he's got a significant lead advantage and just like desperately hold on through off-map strikes and air strikes aplenty. We'll have to find out whether that happens. The game is now underway. Solo Wing Pixie on the left-hand side in blue, playing the 5th SS Viking on balanced income. Looks like he's going strong in the south. Charles on the right hand side in red, playing the 44th Guards on balanced income, going very defensive, especially so in the south. As you would expect, most players tend to aggress in this southern area. It is the most famous attack route on Krupp, and we will see how the 2 players go. Lots of SG-43s. I feel like Charles has 100,000,000% customized his deck for Krupp. The number of SG-43s, I mean, look at them here in that central position, just going to take down the Flammenwerfers. Solo and Pixie has got across the river with the Flammenwerfers, got into the buildings, and he does have his own MG42 taking on the Guardia DP, who may well come in late, but we've got lots of Tanko Desaniki into the forest. These Flammenwerfers are going to be all alone. 3 of them, and 2 Pioneers did sneak through, but yeah, up against the 3 Tango Desaniki, especially with a Yak 1B coming in with those bombs, they are gonna go down. Let's see where those bombs hit. Did he actually hit his own Tankos there? I must have missed where those bombs came down. But anyway, the Tankos I think got hit by a Pioneer satchel charge. Both the Flammenwerfers got cleared up. There's a lot of machine gun fire coming down, but we do have Panzergrens targeting the Tankos on the edge. Yeah, immediately those Pioneers having to fall back. I don't think they're going to survive. Wow, Flampanzer. Did not see that coming in. It's very rare we see a Flampanzer, but Solo and Pixie has it in his deck, so he probably has altered his deck for Krupp as well, because I can't imagine he has those Flampanzers in on normal maps. They've got such a short range, it's just barely ever taken. We've got another Yak 1B in from Charles, releasing the bombs onto the top Panzergrens. They are engaging the 2 SG-43s. A lot of SG-43s in here from Charles, so definitely had a game plan from the very start. He is carrying it out. He's denied Solo Wing Pixie the opportunity over this southern bridge, and I think this one is going to stalemate for a sea phase right now. Solo Wing Pixie, he has got a cross in various places, but just the number of SG-43s is holding him back. The Panzergrens are coming up against Guardias and Guardia DPs. There is an M2A1 there in a interesting position. We have got a Commander coming up. Let's hope that doesn't get taken out. That would be pretty bad if that got taken out. I don't think the M2A1 will be able to take that Commander out. It has 25 points of infantry. Ooh! But the M42 sure can. Gets the gun jam, but that doesn't matter. The gun jam doesn't matter. Solo Wing Pixie desperately trying to micro it away. Did we get a bombing strike coming in there? No. Hits the leader unit. Wow. Solo Wing Pixie, I think, is lucky to escape with that Commander's life. There is a Flampanzer coming in here again, but the M42 is just going to take another shot. Fantastic positioning here. Will it get the shot off? Yes, it does. Misses. Does miss, but Charles has beaten back Solo Wing Pixie's attack in the south. Let's watch this Flampanzer. I think Solo Pixie's decided not to go through with the original positioning over the river, and Charles may well follow his initial defences up and try and cross the bridge. He is doing. I think Solo Pixie realises with the movement of the front line, and he's moving back his commander, but that commander is in a risky position. Charles picks up the flag. 13-11 for Charles. Solo Pixie has managed to keep the Flammenwerfers alive, but there are still some SG-43s. One of them has gone down. I think Charles needs to reinforce a position, and he is doing so with Guardias. So good call there from Charles. Another Yak 1B coming into the southern side. I don't know whether it's the same one or a different one. He spotted the commander. This could be a big kill. Released it has. Ooh, Solo Pixie was just able to reverse in time. That commander has been under so much pressure early on. Guardia DP being attacked by the Flampanzer. Normally these get taken out immediately by the PTR-D rifles or PTRS, but things have changed in the Fate of Finland patch, and PTR-D anti-tank rifles, they're not as powerful as they once were, and so certainly the half-tack tracks can survive now. Panzergren taking a hit from the M42 gun. Reasonable position here, but it's got to rely on something crossing that road. Very rare for that to happen. Panzergrens and the Jagdpanzer 4 engaging. Oh, another 2 planes coming in. They still know where that commander is. Oh my days, Charles is desperate to get that commander kill. Both have dropped bombs. Will they get the kill? No. Ground attacking this. Pixie has had to micro that thing to death. Well, how is it still alive? Man, Solo Pixie's done a good job keeping that thing alive, but Charles has desperately tried to destroy it at all costs. Wow, look at the UI. Little flaming unit. Does that mean it's out of flames? I think that means it's like really low on flames. It's only got 3 flames left. However that means, however much ammo that is. A Flampanzer. Here we have it, guys. I never thought I would see the day when a Flampanzer runs out of ammunition. A, they're so rarely used, and B, they normally die before they even use their flames. How the hell has this one even managed to stay alive and use them all? Unbelievable. Well, maybe things are changing. It looks like Solo Pixie's brought some reinforcements into the northern side. Charles responding to a central push. He's playing this map very well right now. Bombs dropped onto the Panzergrens with the Panzerfaust. We have got a Stug into the center. No armor in here for Charles. Just a complete defensive outlook on the start of this game. So very interesting. We do have some mortars coming in now. I think Charles definitely has a game plan. More Yak 1Bs coming into the northern side. These Yak 1Bs are just constant. I guess 100 points. Perfect for balanced income. I mean, the bombs they carry, they aren't a great payload. They aren't a huge payload. We saw some drop down there on the Pioneers. Did not fully suppress it. They aren't a magical payload, just 2 50-kilogram bombs, but I guess 100 points on balance. They're clearly quick to reload and quick to use. Let's see how many he has of those. He has 3 of them, so at the speed they're coming in, you can tell just how quickly they unload. Unload, reload. So the MG42 engaging the SG43. If that thing goes down, I think Solo Pixie might pick up the flag. Let's see. Will he? I think he will. Yes, Solo Pixie does pick up the flag. Wow, 59. 2 flags back here as well. Solo Pixie has definitely picked up flags in the center. And look at the northern side. Oh, Solo Pixie could be going for a push here. We've got a Flampanzer lining itself up. We have more machine guns, but there is a Zis 3 back there. That's going to be pretty key for Charles to keep alive. We do finally see some tanks onto the field, and Solo Pixie is right to completely switch to the northern flag. Down goes a half track, but it's all about this north right now. M42 gun, ooh, in a beautiful position to cover that bridge. It is not going to fire until somebody is just completely out in the open on that bridge. Transmission destroyed. That half track's going nowhere, and it will go down any moment. Snipers coming in for Charles. Oh, they're going to try and get some Panzergrenades across now. I think Solo and Pixy, I mean, this is the right call. Move forwards over the river on foot and take out that M42 gun. But with that flank panzer going down, there's no more armour on this northern side, or no more mobility, should I say. The Yak 1B coming in, going to strike down onto those Panzergrenades. The machine gun is taken off, hold fire, and is now unloading its ammunition. But we do have the MG42 all the way back here firing on that SG43. The Panzergrenades do take a hit from those bombs, and one of the units does fall back. The sniper comes into a nice little spot there that could do a good job. It needs to move. No, I think it's going to be out of position before Solo and Pixy gets across the river into that forest. Let's just check back down to the southern side. The Stug and the Jagdpanzer are in, and I think they're really going to hold off any kind of southern push. Charles looks to, you know, be trying to hold on to see no A-phase aggression whatsoever from Charles. Oh, it looks like that M42 gun has got sight onto that Stug, but I don't think he's going to get the kill at this range. Just over 1,000 meters. He is holding fire. I think that's on efficient shot, which is why it's not showing a holding fire icon. So it'll be interesting to see if that one does fire, if and when. Let's see, where is... No, Solo and Pixy not moving that Stug, so that M42 clearly doesn't believe that it's going to penetrate at that distance. So in Pixy now moving the Panzergrenades across, trying to get them into the buildings. More snipers coming in, a completely defensive outlook with those 8 snipers in B phase. And I think Charles is going to try and recover this flag, bring it back to a 14-10. And there's 25 minutes left on the clock right now for Charles to bring this back to a 12-12. I mean, Solo and Pixy barely has any units controlling this flag. He is easily, once Charles really gets sight of these units, finds out exactly where they are going to get taken out. Solo and Pixy cannot effectively hold these positions without reinforcements, and the only way really is to get them across the river. I'm just trying to check the line of sight. It feels like Charles could use a unit just up on this side. Panzergrenades are spotted. Bomber comes in once again. A Yak 1B, and the Panzergrenades are up and down, but the M42 gun is starting to get taken down. There is a flak 43 in now, starting to protect the skies. I think Solo and Pixy has realised he can pressure this northern side. The flag is a bit further away from the bridge though. This is going to be tight. There is still a Zis 3 there. I think Solo and Pixy realises he's pushed the M42 gun back, so the initial point of this bridge will no longer be covered by Charles. We do still have the sniper here taking shots at the transports. Charles constantly getting units in to defend, but we do have a Zis 3 back here as well. Will that get the shot off? No. Does have HE shells, but why is that Zis 3 gun not engaging with the HE shells? There is a T-34-85 in place now as well. The Panzer IV will struggle. It can take it out, but the T-34-85 has a major advantage over the Panzer IV-H, and look at the reinforcements being poured in by Charles. He realises this is where Solo and Pixy now concentrating. It's all hands on deck. We are into B phase. No income changes. You know, both players playing the same income. Charles has picked up this central flag back to a 13-11. Still has 23 minutes to equal this game up. It looks like he will do from the looks of it. But Solo and Pixy now covering the southern area once again. Oh, there's a lot of units pouring onto this map from both sides. Driver knockout onto the T-34-85. Will that one go down to the Panzer IV-H? That would be an upset. No, of course not. Snipers moving across, and that's going to be a beautiful position for these snipers. This kind of forest here. Oh, there is a Pak 38 taking shots at that T-34-85. It's showing side armor right now. It's not It is now stopped. It has now stopped. The T-34-85, it looks like it's going to go down. Yep, the sniper combined with the 85 is going to take out the Pak-38, sorry. I think I made the mistake there. The Pak-38 was going to go down. The T-34-85 did do the job, but it is going to move forwards. No, I think Solo and Pixy moved out of that forest. I think he was trying to ambush the T-34-85. That is a mistake. Charles was going to push that forwards and would have given him a chance. There is still another unit there which might be able to surprise Charles. He may well expect only one unit here, but yeah, a number of snipers just sniping up. 360 no scoping those Panzergrenz to death right now. So the mortars are now raining fire down, but onto the Jagdpanzer 4. I guess, yeah, they can definitely take out the Flampanzer. I would think that that's the actual target. Ooh, Charles has managed to get across the river on this southern side, but there's no way you can get any vehicles across here. It's infantry only. So while he holds that little sliver of ground over the river, technically has a bridgehead of sorts, he isn't really going to advance forwards into all of these Panzergrenz. I don't feel like he's going to affect these two flags a little bit further back. In the centre ground, the T-34-85 has pushed forward once again, is mighty close to the Panzergrenz. They currently aren't spotted. Oh, there's another battle against the Panzer IV-H. Solo and Pixy thinks better off it. Now we see the Panzergrenz moving. Will we get that Panzerfaust? Will we get it? No, Charles has moved away there. Charles has moved away to try and get a better line of sight. Does take out the Panzer IV-H, but it replies and takes out the T-34-85. I think if I was Solo Pixy, I would trade a Panzer IV for an 85 any day. Especially when Charles has taken them out like that. The T-34-85's 85 points apiece. Panzer IVs, we don't have one on the field, but I think they're probably like 60 points ish. Panther D on the field right now, and that's going to be a tough one to handle. The Su-152 is a HE only platform. I couldn't quite remember, but yes, it is. It is only HE. Panther D will be able to take shots. Look at the number of units coming through these forests. The ZIS-3 is going to spot the Panther. Does have the APCR, can penetrate, but immediately taken out. Shooter knockout. There is an 85 back here taking shots. That Panther, yeah, needs to back off because it's highly suppressed. If that thing has to fall back, it could show side armor. Oof! Taken down there. Taken down. I'm not sure whether it was the HE shell from the 152 or the T-34-85. Yeah, it must have been that T-34-85 there. So, big kill for Charles on this northern side, taking down a Panther, and that is a big kill. Charles actually should be pretty pleased with that, and on the back of that, you know, obviously he cannot see how little that Solo and Pixy has up here now. We can clearly see that Charles could well advance over this river quite easily, but taking down that Panther D, that might give him the inclination that there's not going to be a hell of a lot more up here, because when you invest a Panther D, you know, you're using up a lot of points, 110 points just for one of those Panther Ds. Yeah, I think if we look at unit for unit, I think Charles has more on the field right now. Certainly, I think Charles has traded fairly well in this early game. Pixy has the 13-11, 21 minutes on the clock. He's picked up this southern flag once again. We do have Tanko de Saniki still in this forest, and they will rip to shreds these Panzergrenz. 2 men versus 5. Oh, now the other 8 engage, and see you later, Panzergrenz. No more of them. Mortars coming in, hitting these Panzergrenz in the south, and the Guardias from Charles are now engaging. Pixy could find himself, you know, surrounded if Charles can take out some of these units, push forwards and go for a flank here. So SU-152 into the center. It's going to use its massive 152 cannon to fire on the MG42 and the PaK-38. The PaK can take it out. In fact, I'm surprised it's struggling. It's just using its main AP. It's got 100 points of AP at 500 meters. So yeah, that thing is just under 2 kilometers away. So I guess the penetration chance is fairly low. It's probably like a 10% chance at that point. That SU-152 is pretty highly stressed now. The M42 gun's still in there. Taking shots at the Pioneers does take one out in the transport. Saloon Pixie started to push back, cleared up this southern side, but the Panzergrenadiers are once again going into the territory of those Tanko de San Niques. Will Pixie learn? I would just bypass that forest completely, or you need some kind of mortars. He is pulling back now. He knows he can't defeat those Tanko de San Niques, but Charles, he realizes the Panzergrenadiers are there. He's going to move his Tanko de San Niques forwards with another Flampanzer on its way in. Charles, no push on the northern side. He could definitely make some ground there. There is a Panther D reinforced into that position, but Charles has 2 T-34-85s. He could combine them to get the kill. I'm pretty sure of that. And he is bringing some infantry in now, so maybe he is going to concentrate on a northern push. So we are 20 minutes into this game. We are into C phase. Saloon Pixie still has the 13-11 courtesy of this flag here. Oh, he's pushing Pioneers in. They do take out the Tanko de San Niques. Just one man left here. He will go down. Yes. Finally, that forest is cleared. And Saloon Pixie can have a better time of reinforcing the units. He really needs some kind of mortar to hit this M42 gun. It's just got a fantastic spot. It's just constantly fine on the reinforcements coming into this position, but Saloon Pixie has a lot of units up here. We do see some movement up top. I saw this territory here and I wondered whether Charles was aggressing over the river. I think he could make it if he does go for a play, and the fact that Saloon Pixie's pushing down south, it may push him into an assault up north. But look at the defensive positions that Charles has here with these SG-43s. Just everything has been on defense from the start of this game. Snipers in here, SG-43s, SU-152s, M42s, the half-track, just covering advances, just trying to stop Solo and Pixie getting across the river. I mean, they're both on balanced income, but it feels like Solo and Pixie is definitely trying to push Charles more than Charles is trying to push Solo and Pixie, and we saw that. We could have predicted that from the deck. Remember, there are 6 off maps for Charles to bring in, and I imagine, you know, he is going to bring in like 2 down here, off map this spot, off map that spot. Solo and Pixie is going to be in trouble, but he has advanced forwards with the Flampanzers, picks up a unit. The AT guns are struggling to cover this sort of tight area. The Flampanzers pushing forwards once again. Solo and Pixie's looking for another flag here. Oh, he is coming in under fire from these PTRDs, but the PTRDs are definitely nowhere near as strong as they used to be, and this is allowing the Flampanzer to actually do some work. They can still take out some side shots. They have 35mm of penetration, and that should be at 500 meters, the full range, but clearly they were struggling to take out that Flampanzer at frontal armor, 25 points. 25mm of frontal armor, only able to penetrate on side shots. We do have the T-34-85s in here now, and this is going to, I imagine they're going to move into this closer range area. Here come the off maps. We called it. There's going to be another one down here for sure. We have a GB Conrotti waiting. The northern side still Charles, not moving yet. He is going to clear up some Panzergrenadiers there. He has spotted them. I feel like he's going to push across the river more so than actually across the bridge. Oh, the Heinkel 111 H20 with the 1,000 kilogram bomb. It's finally going to hit the M42 gun there. 3 stars. It's been there a long time next to the combat. It's used it's used a fair amount of shells. And I feel like it's going to go down now. The off-map actually moving away there. So I think Charles was worried that his off-map was spotted. The Yak 1B is going to fly over enemy territory. The Flak 43 going to take shots and force that one back. Oh, and does take it down. I think these... I mean, it is a 3-star Flak 43, but I think the Flak 43s are particularly strong now. We missed the actual bombs come down, but the M42 is just completely destroyed. There is another Heinkel coming in, trying to hit these Gvardias, retreating there. They're going to retreat right into the line of that bomb. But here comes the second off map. We called it. In fact, 3 off maps down into this southern area. Charles is just going to decimate this southern area with off map strikes. Oh, in the center we have an engagement between the Panthers and the T-34-85s. 2 of them moving forwards. We have the ZIS-3 gun there, and that Panther is overwhelmed by the amount of firepower heading its way. Yeah, so he definitely needed to back off from that position. There's just so much firepower coming. It has been hit. Charles is charging forwards with the T-34-85s here. We need the Ride of the Valkyries on right now. He is charging across the open ground, but that Panther D is out of line of sight. Charles halts the advance, has spotted the Panzergrenadiers. Oof! They immediately go down. 6 men lost, and here are the 3 off-map strikes. We called it. Wow. Charles is just gonna, I mean, wow. Solar Wing Pixy. Any minute now, we are just going to see off-map hell. I'm going to try and get in kind of close here. I just imagine there's going to be so many strikes. This is going to look amazing. There they are. They're starting in the distance and they're rumbling towards us right now. All of the infantry has got to be desperately trying to avoid all of the off-maps. Everything pinned down. And here come the strikes right at the front of our screen. Wow, just look at the numbers of units pinned down. We do have a battery Führer caught in here. Everything retreating. No kills on our screen as yet, but beautiful to watch all of these off maps come down. And everything in this entire area is now pinned down. No way that Solar Wing Pixy can advance. And Charles is just going to slap another 3 off maps down. No doubt about it. He's toggling this Panther D down here. You know, it can be quite a decent vehicle. Ooh, nice kill from the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 there onto the T-34-85. Charles bringing in a lot of Guardia, ready to make a push, I would imagine. No movement up on the northern side. That Flammenwerfer has been there for such a long time. The Panther's gone down. We have T-34-85s in the center. Very close range engagements here. I think the PaK-38 was caught in the flames. Had to move forwards. Oh, look at the side shot coming in. Does manage to kill one of the T-34-85s there. So nice side shot from that Focke-Wulf 190 F8. But Solar Wing Pixy is just off-map hell for him right now. More off-maps into this southern side. There's no longer any units with like 10 men left in this southern area. Oh no, we have one here. It's a Pioneer. And we have one back here, a Panzergrenadier and a battery Führer. I spoke too soon. Oh, another Panther A this time now. Takes out a T-34-85. The other is forced to fall back. May well go down here. Looks like it is showing side armor. It's now fully retreat. No, it's not. It's reversing. Oh, but it does get taken out. It does get taken out. So I think Solar Wing Pixy has held off a central push There are a lot of Guardians coming down here, although Charles is moving them more towards the south than rather than in the centre. More off maps for Charles. It's probably going to be another 2 slapped down right now. Just so many units. Solo and Pixie's up to a 15-9 right now though. Sneaks this flag here. He has this flag back here. Oh, he loses it once again. But there is 9 minutes left on this clock right now. 9 minutes. Well, under 10 minutes. Can Solo Wing Pixie hold on for the victory? Because I feel like Charles probably has an advantage right now. I mean, if you look at the number of units on the ground, Charles has just so many. And we know that he is set up for a real long game. So I think Solo and Pixie is the player that needs to hang on in this exchange. Yeah, I mean, just look at the entire front line. I mean, if Charles pushed up north, that Panther D would be key. If that Panther D went down, I think Charles would definitely stomp that northern side. In the centre, I mean, if he takes out these 2 units, these 3 units, the front line will change, and I think he can definitely push there. And in the south, yeah, he's just got so many units. All of these guys, they're trying to avoid. Look at the amount of craters all around in the city. If we stay in the forest, we'll be safe. Charles says no. Charles says no. He's going to off-map that forest as well. And 3-star Panzergrens, I feel like they're just moments away from death. The Guardians are engaging those on the edge, but in comes the off-map. Here it comes. Will we get any kills? The house falls apart. Oof, there was a big strike. One of them pinned down, but actually no kills really. No kills for Charles, or no kills due to the off map. Oof, look at those strikes. Oh, there was a flag down here. I think Solo and Pixie was trying to get as well, but Solo and Pixie did a great job of pushing through with what looks like so limited units, but I think Charles's defense is finally, I think, completely breaking the back of Solo and Pixie. I just do not see how he can hold off any counter push. We do have the Heinkel's coming in once again. There is a Zenart 37mm in here. Those Heinkel's, they'll do limited damage. I imagine one of them's heading this way, yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow. You can off-map all you like, but when you can drop 1,000-kilogram bomb in exactly the right spot, Pixie doesn't care. He takes control of the flag. 14-10, 6 minutes 30 left on the clock. Can Charles hang on? Has Pixie done enough right now? I mean, maybe he has. I think those Heinkel's are going to be key. Does he have more in his Air Force? I don't think he does. No, he's just got those 2, hasn't he? Oh, what is his artillery tab? Nothing! Wow! No wonder there was no artillery coming in. There is no artillery. And yeah, these Panzergrens are pinned down. They are holding the flag. I think if they can just get out of line of sight of everything, then maybe Solo and Pixie can hold the position. But there's just so much supporting firepower. I have no idea how many off maps are left. There's another 2 moving into the northern area. So I think this is where Charles is going to start pushing. His infantry has gone down, but the off maps coming in kind of suggests a push to me. Oh, and the 3rd up to the top. So all 6 off maps are now on the map. So actually, Solo and Pixie, I mean, this southern side, this may be the last off map to come down. He may well have somehow hold on. Oof, down goes a T-34-85 to a Panther A. Where is that boy going? Nowhere near. He is looking to, I think, to engage this ridgeline, which will be a good move for him. It will be a 3-star Panther A. I don't know whether Solo Wing Pixy is short on infantry, but he needs to get some reinforcements in. Oh, another off map right on top of that Panther. Can it do enough early? Can it do enough damage before that off map comes down? It's going to take another shot. The T-34-85 does get the kill. This is a 3-star Panther A, and when you are 3 stars, I think you can. I think you definitely do a hell of a lot of damage. Wow, look, this T-34-85 is in the perfect position. I think Solo Wing Pixy's trying to somehow get a position to attack that T-34-85. But he's now turning its side armor. It's firing onto the infantry. Charles has pushed forwards. It looks like he is going to pick up these flags, and this will be back to a 12-12 if he does it. Down comes the off map, and the big kill will be that Panther. Down goes the Panzer IV-H. Down goes the leader. Charles picks up 1 flag. I imagine he's going to take out these Panzergrenadiers fairly easy. We do have a Pak 38 taking side shots at reinforcing infantry. Down go 2 in the transports. The Panther does stay alive, reversing out of line of sight, out of the area of that off map. Panzergrenadiers are engaged by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Guardia squads, and they are going to go down. Charles flips the flag. 12-12, 35 minutes into this game. Charles pulls it back to a 12-12. Couple of Focke-Wulfs coming into the northern side, taking strikes at the T-34-85. Do not get the kill. The Panther is still alive. The off maps are coming down on the north as well now. Stug 4 coming in. But is Charles going to push over the river? Surely at some point he has to push over the river. So much infantry coming into the area now, onto the ground, and yikes. Solo Wing Pixy, he needs an off map of his own. He needs those Heinkel's. Bring in those Heinkel's. I think if he got a Heinkel strike onto this flag, he got a Heinkel strike down here, you know, maybe he could hold off this southern push. But those Heinkel's 1,000-kilogram bombs, they take a long time to reload, to rearm, to refuel, to fly back to the airport. To the airport? Oh dear, I still can't remember the name. To the runway. Land, refuel, rearm, take a drink while they do so, and then get back into the skies and make their way to the front once more. 12-12. Solo Wing Pixy got desperately close. I mean, I saw the clock was down to 6 minutes. Oh, but just look here. There was just one SDKF said 7-1 holding off an infantry push across the river. I mean, it's going to do it, but as soon as something that can actually take that out comes into line of sight, you know, maybe just down here, it is going to get taken out. I think it is going to hold off that river push. So Solo Wing Pixy has the 13-11. Once again, he's managed to take back this flag. He's got 3 minutes 30 on the clock. In come the Heinkel's. Can he do it? Ooh, onto the middle side. Oh, the northern side looks in trouble as well. I think there's some smoke come down. I'm not sure who that's from. I imagine it's Charles with the mortars. In comes a Heinkel. I don't know what it's targeting right now. Is it targeting the Guardias on the northern side? I didn't see the bombs get released. Where is it going? Okay, so it's hitting nothing. But 2 off maps come down. Oh my days, this is tight. 3 minutes left on the clock. Heinkel coming into the center. I think that had already released its bombs. That was going on to this area. It probably circled once more. Solo Wing Pixy's hanging onto that flag, and he's doing it pretty well right now. I think Charles... Oh, there's a lot of infantry coming in though. 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes on the clock. Can Charles hang on? The 2 off maps, I think they're going to be crucial. I mean, they're in perfect position to target all the infantry, and he's going to push across. No, no, he refuses to push across that bridge. But the off maps, they are now going to come down, and this is key for Charles. I feel like this is a key moment. How will these off maps proceed? Oh, the Panther's been engaged. But it's only an M42. In comes the attack. Wow, look at their movement orders from Charles. He is just attack moving everything. 2 minutes left on the clock. It's last chance saloon right now for Charles. And he could have done this a long time ago, but he's finally choosing it. Will this Panther hold off the attack? The Panther is key, the Stug 4 is key, the infantry surviving the off maps are key, and the reinforcements coming in are going to be key, but there's none right now for Solo and Pixy. He's moving back the Panther. He's trying to get it as far away as possible. Can he hold on to the flag? 13-11, 1 minute 40 left on the clock. Will he do it? This is desperately tight. Desperately tight. Can Charles make it across the river and cover this flag in time to win this game? T-34-85s engaging the Stug along with the M42. There's 3 of them. 3 T-34-85s in there. Surely they'll get the kill. Yes, they finally do get the kill. No reinforcements coming in for Solo and Pixy. He needs to reinforce this northern position. It is under so much pressure right now. Another off map about to head down. These 9 Panzergrenadiers here are all that remains holding this northern flag. 1 minute left on the clock. In come the Focke-Wulfs with the side shot. Take down the T-34-85 leader. Panther D continuing to hold off this push. There is a T-34-85 across the river now. Panzergrenadiers, the only thing left holding this entire position. The infantry's gone down. Solo and Pixy's moving his Panzergrenadiers into the off maps. There's another off map being called. The Panzergrenadiers are pinned back. Charles takes the 12-12. The T-34-85 goes down to the Panther D. Can Solo and Pixy somehow hold on, pick up another flag in the southern side? Charles is pushing forwards as well. He will take that southern flag. It's a 13-11 for Charles right now. Can Solo and Pixy pick up 2 flags now to get the victory? It's looking rather slim for him. 1 flag maybe, 2 flags, oof, we're not quite sure. Back over to the northern side, the off map is going to head down, but Charles almost has his own snipers in the line of fire of this off map. Danger close for these snipers. He picks up another flag. 13-11 for Charles, so he lost one down south. The reinforcements finally come in and they're all pack guns. Solo and Pixy must be out of infantry right now. There is no infantry coming in. It feels like he must be out of infantry, because why are you calling Panzer? Oh, they are Panzervernichtung, so they do have some infantry capability on them. I'm surprised they've got the pack gun icon here. The Panther D is still here. I mean, he needs to get this. Oh, there are T-34 engaging over the river. The Panzervernichtungen, they have some infantry capability. They have 6 G43 rifles. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it feels like Solo and Pixy may be out of infantry units right now. Charles has the 14-10. Solo and Pixy is only bringing in armor. It's alright if he holds off this push and goes back to a 12-12, but where is he going to pick up the flag? Once again, he would need to pick up another flag, and Charles has so much infantry down in the southern side. I mean, where's it going to be? Ooh, flak 70, flak 85 coming into the centre, taking on the Panther. Oof, this is a key engagement. That Panther, it needs to get another shot off. In comes the flak, doesn't get the kill. Can it get the suppression? Oh no, it's not enough. It needs another shot. If that can suppress the flak, he may still have a chance. It misses once again. It is suppressed. The Panther will now be able to engage without fear of being destroyed by that flat gun. The Panther D is still having to reverse more flat guns coming in. That Panther's in trouble. We've got a Yang Panzer on the hill. We've got a Panzer 4H up there as well. The Panzervernichtungs, I don't think they will hold any territory because they are anti-tank units. In come the Heinkel's. This is what he needs. He's targeting the T-34-85, trying to take down the armor and then hopefully deal with the infantry afterwards. We've got a second Heinkel coming in for the flak 85 mil. Will it manage to get through? I think it will manage. Oof, no, big hit. And the accuracy is going to be low. It does manage to release, but I doubt that's going to be a shot on target. Let's see where the bombs land. Oh, and there's another one being spawned right in. Wow, did hit well on target. Takes down 8 men. And that flat gun may well be in trouble now. Is that Panther engaging it? No. No, I don't think it is. Focke-Wulf coming in. He is desperately using everything at his disposal. Does kill the leader. May well be able to take back another tank here, another flag. In comes the Battery Führer. This should take back the flag. He's going to need to keep that Battery Führer alive. It's his only infantry. Oof, on the southern side, the tanks in here, they have gone down. The commander is holding the front right now. The Panzergrenz are in trouble. We have a Pack 40 coming into position, but Charles, if he just attacks over this bridge, surely he'll pick up the position. 1311. Oof! The Panther goes down to the close range Pat gun. Soloing Pixy thinks better of pushing his Jagdpanzer across. The same fate will await it, but the flat gun pushes forwards and he's gonna try and get line of sight. In comes the rockets heading onto the sniper. Does take out the sniper. Strange engagement there from that Focke-Wulf. But the tanks are pushing back in the north. He may well be able to recover this flag. And actually, if he is able to push across this bridge, there's only a ZIS-3 holding the bridge. There could be a Zenart 85mm. If Soloing Pixy could use his BEF Panzer IV, push through and past the bridge, he could actually pick up flags here. Charles has the 1311, but a push in the south could see him pick up another flag. Yes, he does. Destroys the Panzergrenz there, does pick up the flag, and it's now still 1311 to Charles. So Soloing Pixy has recovered the flag in the north. 27 minutes for Charles to hold on. I think Pixy is completely out of infantry units, so Pixy has to keep this Battery Führer alive. It's falling back right now, and the Panzer IV H's desperately trying to engage everything. The Panther D, I would just be rushing across his river, I think, trying to get there. I'm surprised he's brought this BAF Panzer IV H down here. He wants the leader across the river because it will hold the front line forwards. He is now doing it with the Panther D. He's trying to push across there. The ZIS-3 is going to be the only thing that stands in its way. Can it penetrate that Panther D? It does have the 8 APCR shells still on it. Charles is pushing forwards over the river. There's one Pack 40, one Battery Führer, and one Panzergrenz holding the entire southern side. Soloing Pixy might be out of every single unit in his deck. Who knows right now? I could imagine surely reinforcements would be coming in here. There is barely any units on his side. The Panther pushes across the river. Will he pick up the flag? Will he win the game? 26 minutes left, and finally, Soloing Pixy's making a concerted push across this northern side. There's just one Panther D though. The Panzer IV H is interrupted in his movement by the Zenart 85mm. Soloing Pixy desperately needs those Heinkel's to come in, and he needs something to take care of that Zenart. The ZIS-3 does now engage the Panther D. Oh, Soloing Pixy moving back. I don't know whether he spots that ZIS-3 gun. I don't know whether he knows what it is. I think he just desperately needs to just fast move to the flag. Do all that he can, just sit his unit on that flag. 14-10 to Charles. He has pushed another area. The Jagdpanzer IV has pushed forwards, although the Guardia are there with the AT grenade. There is a ZIS-3 in the center as well. The Panzergrenz are desperately trying to recover a flag, but there's a Tanko Disaniki there. Charles just has stuff in the way of Soloing Pixy, but if these Guardia go down and the one in the north, Soloing Pixy could pick up the 12-12 once again, and that might give him the opportunity to push further across in this northern position. Guardia DPs are coming in there. I think finally the Guardia DP are going to get surrounded in that northern position. The Pack 40 is being engaged, but oh my god, this southern side is completely and utterly open. I imagine Soloing Pixy has no units left in at his command right now. He is desperately, he just needs 2 flags. The Panther D is engaging the infantry. I think I would just fast move everything. Just fast move everything right now and try and pick up this flag, and somehow maybe fast move to this one as well. Somehow, I don't know. I imagine he's desperate right now. The Jagdpanzer IV is trying to reverse back across the bridge. I mean, oh, he misses the bombs, but that was a surrender. That was the surrender. Yes, that was the surrender. Wow, 48 minutes exactly on Krupa. Charles picks up the victory. Congratulations, Charles. 5,400 kills to 5,200 losses. Wow. Wow. That was so tight at the end of that game, but Charles, I guess, played that absolutely perfectly. Defended, and then defended some more until there was 1 minute left on the clock, and then he pushed with all his might. And Soloing Pixy by that time had absolutely no units left at his disposal whatsoever. There were no reinforcements being brought onto the battlefield. He had nothing left in his deck. I guess you could say he gave it his all. He gave it everything that the 5th SS Panzer Viking had to offer. And wow, yeah, it just wasn't enough for him. He was so close. He was so close. But Charles did enough. He held on. And the victory for Charles, I mean, the victory will be all that matters. Wow. What a game. What a game. Tanko Disaniki do take care of some early kills. Zis 3 picking up a Panther A kill. Nice kill from these Zis 3s because they do have the APCR shell. But they aren't guaranteed to pick off, heavy tanks. It gets quite tight with those APCR shells. M42 gun did a nice kill on that Jagdpanzer 4 there. I imagine that must have been a side shot. Another M42 gun picking up a Panther D kill again. Nice kill. T-3485 trades well with the Panzer 4H. It is to be expected. Another T-3485 picking up a Panther D kill. These T-3485s, they can certainly do that, but you tend to need to engage 2-to-1 ratio. SU-152, I think this did a fantastic job looking at it. A number of kills, and yeah, that could certainly have made the difference in that southern side. Snipers, again, great job. I think this was probably in the central area, but great job from those snipers. And yeah, more T-3485 kills. This will be towards the end when Pixy was doing his last gasp rush. The off maps, not a massive amount of kills, but I think just did enough to stop Soloing Pixy completely in his tracks. And if it doesn't get the kill, if it takes out 5 men from a Panzergren squad, well, that's enough, because that's going to make it easier for your Guardias to take out the remaining 5 men. Especially when they're 3 stars, they can certainly handle the Panzergrens. More 3-star Guardias taking down 3 Panzergrens. More 3-star Guardias taking down a Flak 43 there. And the TU-2S does get a kill on the Panther A. We did miss maybe a lot of those strikes. The Zenot 85 mils came out towards the end. I think that was important for them to come out. And yeah, there we have it. In terms of the kills for Soloing Pixy, killed a number of SG-43s. Remember, there were 12 SG-43s that Charles had in A phase. Panther, look at this Panther D. SU-152. T-3485 did kill the Zenot 85 mil. A lot of infantry units as well. That Panther D was pretty key. Pretty key. I'm not sure where that Panther D was. The Heinkel 111s did, well, one of them did a great job, taking down a lot of infantry units, and a T-3485 as well. Focke-Wulf 190 F8s. Soloing Pixy did a great job of using these and getting those side shots onto those T-3485s, and they repaid him with the kills. Panther A taking out another couple of T-3485s as well. Another Panther A. This was the 3-star bad boy, taking out 3 T-3485s and an SU-152. Another Panther A taking out more T-3485s. So yeah, definitely trades backwards and forwards from both players. This Jagdpanzer 4 taking out 1, 2, 3 Zenot 85 mils. A Zis 3 gun and a Zenot 37 mil. This was in the center, I think. Wow, that Jagdpanzer did a great job. Shows how good those Jagdpanzers are. They are good units. Wow. Fantastic game. I really hope you enjoyed that game. Congratulations to Charles. Shows why he is in this Division 1 group. And commiserations to Solo and Pixy. He was that was tight. That was real tight. And I feel like we've seen a couple of games from Solo and Pixy that have been really close, and he just hasn't managed to edge himself over that finish line and get the victory. So commiserations to Solo and Pixy. So at the start of this game, I tried to give you a little bit of an update. We are heading into the playoffs. They are going to start to be played this weekend in real time as I'm recording it. Now, in terms of my coverage, I am going to be covering them on YouTube. And at the moment, my aim is to cover, well, I'm kind of deciding how it's going to be, but we may well try and cover as many playoff games as possible. I'm going to cover all groups, Division 4, 3, 2 and 1. And we'll cover as many matches as possible. Now, we'll see how many in total we actually get through. But I am going to try and cover as many as I possibly can. You guys let me know in the comments if you want that, or if you just want me to stick to the top players. You let me know as well. But I'm pretty sure the more games the better as far as you guys are concerned watching. I've had some great feedback lately. I really appreciate all the comments. I read them all. I don't always get a chance to respond to everything, but I do read them all. And jump into my Discord as well if you want to chat to me. Oftentimes when I'm away from my PC, but I have my phone available, I'm on my Discord, chatting to you guys in there. So please feel free to join that and just chat to me about the game, or you might want to get my opinions or some of the opinions of some of the other pros in there. We do have a couple of pros on my Discord. Obviously, a lot of them are in the Steel Division League Discord as well. And yeah, if you think maybe you could join in Steel Division League, the new season will be starting around about June time, I'm hearing. So, maybe it's time to get those training gloves on, to get those Rocky 3 montages going, and yeah, train up and join in. Literally any kind of level of playing field that you are on, the Steel Division League will cater to, and they will not put a new player in with the likes of Gonzo and Sean. That's why there are different divisions, different divisions for different levels of playing ability. And so yeah, don't be afraid, jump in if you want to. If you want to chat more about this, head into the Steel Division League and contact a guy called Protosoccer, and chat to him about it. You can chat to me as well, and I will point you in the same direction too. But obviously you'll need to jump into the Discord to do that. Right, that's it for me. I've chatted for a while. It's been a long replay. But yeah, once again, congratulations to Charles. Commiserations to Solo and Pixy. I'm glad you've watched this game. I hope you really liked it. If you had, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And yeah, check out the links in the description for more of my socials. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you once again in the very near future.